day, everyone. It's Juanita Kapp here from South Africa. Welcome to another session of Meticulous Moments, where we facilitate community upliftment through leadership development. And I'm here with my wonderful friend, Hector Camacho. Hector Macho Camacho. It's still
Macho
time.
time. How you doing, Juanita? Great to be on. Thank you for the platform.
Thank you, Hector. It's so good to see you. You've been busy, my goodness. I see all these wonderful things that you are doing. Tell us a little bit more about the last few months since you and I connected up to now. What's been in the works?
Well, you know, Juanita, life always finds its ways of throwing punches at you in life.
Yeah.
So I've been weaving through the punches, blocking punches, and keep fighting in life. Because life, they keep fighting. So I've been staying busy. It's good for the mind to stay busy, especially in moments like me going through now. Life is tough. So I try to keep busy, stay positive. That's the key, being positive, and always working on different ventures.
Yeah.
Always trying to reach hearts of people, push my legacy forward, trying to make somebody's day. I believe in life. We call it karma, but that's the laws of life. That's how God blesses you. So I just try to keep going forward and keep being positive, during tough times.
Yeah, I like that. And it's true, there's always something punching at you. Life is always throwing things at us, and we have to keep our hands up. And like you said, just keep slipping, just keep bobbing and weaving and never give up. And I see the post that you do. I see the things that you're busy with out there. And it really speaks to all of us about, not giving up, pushing forward, really reaching for that dream. And I see our wonderful friend Kevin Oliver is joining us here. He's busy connecting. Yay! Tell the audience how you and Kevin know each other.
Well, Kevin, I was met through a friend of mine who actually committed suicide. He passed about a year and a half ago. He was going through some issues. We never know what the next person is going through in life. That's why it's always good to be gentle, be kind of people. You never know what the next person is going through in life. So I had a friend called Sal who hit me up and said, Macho, I was doing a boxing promotion. I was, reaching the audience, try to start up my guns down, gloves up. My father died from a bullet. So he passed me Kevin's number. And I got to talk to Kevin about business the first day. And a week after, he invited me out to Indiana. I flew out to Indiana and I met him in person. We did an event out there. And on the way driving back home in the airport, he started telling me his story. How his mother passed away from gun violence, domestic violence. His mother, his grandmother did too. Both sons recently passed away. One got murdered from gun, and the other one died from fentanyl. Which is tough. It's right now the biggest drug in the world to young kids. So I was hearing the story and I started tearing up. And he said, "Son, you got my back for the gun violence. I mean, for my son, I lost my two sons due to gun violence, and one due to the drug awareness, drug problem being awareness. And I was on the same boat. I want to bring awareness of gun violence. My father died from a bullet, so we collaborated. And ever since they've been working hard. And he goes a year past, and we finally opened up a boxing gym, MMA gym, and a bare knuckle gym in Indiana coming up next year in Greensburg. So we push it together for this force. We both fighting the same fight for the same reasons, and just bringing awareness.
That's it. That's very important. Yeah, I'm so sorry for your losses. My sincerest condolences. And it's heartwarming to see that you took those circumstances, those events that you went through, both of you, and you are using your positivity. You are using your God-given talents and gifts to make a difference and bring awareness. And it's wonderful to see how God connected you and Kevin. I mean, look at all the great things that are transpiring.
And it's crazy. I grew up in a barrio, New York City, in a rough neighborhood. Hispanic, blacks. I grew up in one of those kind of urban neighborhoods, and we was one outside. Be careful. Guy with the green eyes. You know how it is. The sayings. And when I got with Kevin, I got to know him personally. We live the same type of life, just in different areas. So we are the same people. Hey, we are the same people, human beings. All about helping one another. Doesn't matter the color. Doesn't matter where you're from. I started seeing a lot of things in Kevin that I'm used to in my neighborhood where I grew up at. It's the same type of, same problems we all have. Millions have the same problems. So I started really, moving over to that side of Kevin and getting to know him personally. And, meeting his community, his people, his fans. You know, it's been working. God is great, and we got a chemistry together. I love him like a brother, and we work it together. Bringing awareness, man. Just gotta stop it. Come on, gotta stop. There's millions of people who lost loved ones, innocent gun violence. They gotta put a stop. I don't blame the people. I don't blame the gun. We need guns to protect ourselves. But I just blame the streets, and that's what I put the blame on, and that's what I'm trying to hit back the streets and bring awareness to the streets. Let's stop. We're all here for the same purpose, to love one another. Let's work together. You kill the next Macho Camacho. You kill the next Floyd Mayweather. You kill the next lawyer, the next governor. Come on, people.
That's true.
That's our message.
Yeah, love that. Kevin, welcome. You're still muted, but we would love to hear your voice and get to know you more. Tell us more about Hector Macho Camacho. I mean, he's such a good friend of mine, and I'm so glad to see your connection. So tell us a little bit more, please. You're still muted.
Kevin, he muted?
Yeah.
Let me text him.
How's that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you go. That's the man of the hour, Kevin Oliver.
How are you? I'm so sorry about some difficulties we was having on connection. Sorry about being late. I apologize.
No problem. Tell us more, Kevin, about you and your connection with Hector.
Hector, man, what a connection. What a friend. A good-hearted man that I met. Of course, I knew his dad. That was in my era. I'm a little older. I won't even say my age because we don't want to go there. But I can tell you his father is amazing, was always amazing to me, ran with the Tyson era. And it was just an amazing man. But me losing my mother to gun violence when I was in first grade, always had a chip on my shoulder, and so running through my whole life, I'd always carry that with me. When I lost my son, he was 17 years old, got shot by a 16-year-old. And unfortunately, he'll be in prison for the rest of his life. He gets out 2069. But I was able to luckily meet Hector through that loss. And he's been a footprint that I've been following ever since. And what a footprint he has. I mean, everybody knows the man. Everybody loves the man. He's got the Macho Foundation that I'm so proudly to help donate and do everything that I can to promote him. But he, we got together on Andon's Blessings. Sal actually hooked us up, and a good friend of mine that passed away, and a good friend of his as well. But when we got together, man, it was just like, what do they say? Peas and carrots. It was just unbelievable. We started going to gyms, and you should see the kids and everybody flocked to him. It's just amazing. He actually went to my daughter's birthday we had at a gym, and promoted his group and promoted Macho Time at this gym. And there was 20 people there, and just all 20 of them made me smile the whole time I was there. It was unbelievable. It was an unbelievable thing that I'll never forget. From that point on, I knew me and him were going to be really close, because just how his heart is it's just like mine. He's very giving on what he does. And I've always cared about him as far as from the day we've met till now. Now we're doing things that is absolutely amazing. We're starting a gym, intensity fighting or intensity combat sports. And we actually got sponsored by BYB Extreme Fighting, which is a huge deal. We're the only one that they sponsor. We're the only one with the Trigon in their gym anywhere in the world. So we're exclusive to them. And it's an amazing thing because we actually have a Trigon going in our gym. And there's only 3 of them made in the world. There's one of them that's in Europe for their tournaments. There's one of them in Florida. Right now, it just left Mississippi on their big event they had there. But it just travels to these fight events. And they seen what we was doing, and they wanted to be part of it, just as I wanted them to be part of it. And within like a couple months, we went from nothing. I had a huge shop, and that shop ended up being what we call now intensity fighting, and it's just going to be an amazing thing. I've got a bus to where we can actually bus kids in from other communities. I bought an 84 passenger bus, air ride bus, beautiful bus, and we'll be able to go out and get some of these kids from other communities and bring them to our gym so they can experience these things and start getting these kids off the streets. You know, there's nothing good that has to do with the streets anymore. Zero. There's just not. You know, so we want to get them off the streets and give them an avenue, give them a way that they have somewhere they want to go on a Thursday and a Saturday or 2 days a week, that you can be with us. You know, put the guns down, put the drugs down, and come with us. Come with us for 4 hours, you know, and that's what, and he's very passionate about training kids. I'm very passionate about getting them off the drugs and putting the triggers down, put the guns down. And our saying is, you know, gloves up, guns down. .org. You know, we just want the kids to have an avenue, and we're going to have it. We're going to have it at our place.
That's
So
phenomenal. Yeah. You know, since I met
it's
Hector,
amazing.
I've just seen his heart for people. You know, it's just beautiful how he loves people. He loves community. He loves the sport. It's in his blood, you know, and I can sense with what you have been communicating with us that your heart is in the same place. Now, there are many parents out there that are worried about their children. You know, they might be in gangs. They might suspect that their children are on drugs. Things happen, you know, life, the world is broken sometimes, and we do our best as
It's broken.
parents to protect our kids, but you know, things do happen. What's your advice, Kevin and Hector, to people who have children out there that they worry about? How should they approach those difficult conversations if they're suspecting that something is wrong?
Well, I mean, for me, I always talk to them mainly with the younger generation, because the biggest killer in the world that's taking our children, the number one thing that takes our children today, the biggest killer in the world, the epidemic, is gun violence. That surpassed every other death of our children this year. So, you know, when you're looking at some of this, you know, the gun violence that we're having right now, you're having 13. There was a 10-year-old that just killed his mother because she would not give him a 3-dimensional game, and they're trying that child as an adult. You know, that was the mom's fault as well for having a gun on a bed that a 10-year-old can pick up, when they're so used to picking up these guns and playing them on TV.
Yeah.
That child, I don't think at 10 years old had the ability or the mind capability to understand what he was really doing. But they were trying him as an adult. And you know, the thing that we try to fight so much for is awareness. You know, we're not trying to say none of these people can carry guns. That's just not what we're doing. If you listen to what we say, it's awareness. It's understanding the rights and wrongs. You've got to put the gun up. You've got to know what you're doing. In Indiana, they just changed the laws to where you can carry a gun now at 18 years old without a permit. Some of these kids at 18 years old don't have the mental capability to understand what that is.
Yeah.
When you're 18 years old, you don't even know what a recoil is. Now, there's a lot of people that train their kids as a young child, you know, 10, 9, 8 years old, that's going out and shooting, and they know what they're doing. They know how to clean the gun. They know how to put it up. That's a different story. I mean, you have to go through some kind of training to give a child at 18 years old that's never carried a gun, never shot a gun in his life, the right to carry a gun at that age, when they're so flaring, they're so up, they can get mad so easy, so fast, and they pull the trigger and they're like, oh my God, I just killed that man. Because he just doesn't have the understanding to know the mistakes he's making at that age. But now that the law's passed, we don't try to fight the law. What I want to do is make it to where if you want to carry a gun at 18 years old, you go through the Eagle program, or you do some things. You go to a gun range, your mandatory gun range for 2 hours or so many rounds, so you even know what a recoil is. So many children I've talked to, they're like, recoil? What's that? What's a recoil? They don't even know when you pull that trigger how far the gun's going to pull back. They have no clue.
Yeah.
Putting the gun up, cleaning the gun, you know, these are very big things that we need to talk to our children about. Secondly, we need to talk to our children, more importantly, and getting back to what your subject was, how do we talk to our children about who they're running with? That's so important, because if they're running and you don't even know, because I didn't know, you have no idea that your son's running with his best friend that carries a gun. You know, and carrying a gun at 14, 13, 12, 15 years old is wrong. First of all, it's illegal. Second of all, you just shouldn't do it. But you sure should not hang out with somebody that is. That puts you in a category where you're more acceptable to get shot. So you have to talk to your children, but you have to be nice. You can't demand. You can't get anything, you know, by demanding your son not to hang with somebody with a gun. You have to show them things that's going on. Show them the videos of my son. He got shot and killed. You know, what they have to see is that what can happen to them literally, because it's happening all over the nation. Biggest thing in the world right now, the biggest epidemic is our kids dying of gun violence. And we have to start teaching them. We have to talk to them about it. You know, if you can't talk to them at the dinner table, and there's half of these places or half of these families don't even have dinner table dinner anymore. You know, they're just all so sporadic. They don't have that 20 minutes of sit down time to talk to each other, and that needs to come back. You know, you need to come back every day, have dinner together, have discussions together, and speak about the violence that's going on. And also the same thing with fentanyl. Number one killer in the world right now from ages 18 to 46 is fentanyl. So being able to talk to your children is the most important thing right now.
Yeah, I agree. Hector, we would love to hear your thoughts as well. I agree with Kevin, definitely.
You know, it's amazing the passion Kevin has. You know, my father passed away, and I fight for this. And this guy got a drive that's amazing. Amazing. He works 24/7. He calls me every day with different ideas, it's amazing. Good. But yeah, I think it all falls on the parents, you know. I think we gotta listen to our kids more. Hear them, hear what's going on. Because a lot of times we talk and the kids, you know, they don't want to listen to it. Yeah. They'll brush us off. I think it's time for us to understand and listen to the kids, hear them out, see what's going on, then advise them. I'll put the blame on the parents, you know. Whether it be better, you know, better parenting. It's tough nowadays in this era, but we have to sit there. Like Kevin says, we don't have that one-on-one time no more. Life consumes us so much that we don't have time for nothing. But we have to find time to sit down with our kids and talk to them. That's a must.
Absolutely.
It's a must. That's part of bonding. Nowadays, these phones, you have a kid sit down on the table to eat dinner, and they're on their phone. The parents too. You know, it comes to time you put the phone to the side and just talk. Like it was back in the day. Let's go back to old school days. You know, where we had respect, we had love. We don't have that no more. It used to be the community. Cause back in my days, I couldn't do 2 or 3 things because the next door neighbor, Miss Jan, is looking at me, or Juanita is looking at me. Let's go somewhere else. Now there's no more respect. The community don't care no more. They don't care. So nobody feels nothing no more. So it takes the OGs like us to stand up and have our voice heard. Because we're losing the battle to life. We're losing it. For the kids, we're losing it completely.
That's the truth. I agree. I agree. We grew up in so many different ways, you know. Our time was just different, and the world is so dangerous now, you know, Hector and Kevin. I used to ride my bicycle to school, do after school activities, you know, cross country and swimming and hockey and tennis and all of that. And the rule was I had to be home when it's dark. But I never feared riding my bicycle home when it was starting to be sunset. I would not today, in today's life, let my daughter or my son go anywhere if I'm not driving them there and picking them up myself, because the world is just too dangerous. And that's so sad.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. They'll never feel what we did. They'll never have the fun as a child as we did. They don't even want to anyway. But unfortunately, if they experienced it a little bit, they might just like going out and having a little fun with no phones.
Yeah.
You know, everybody get together and ride your bikes. Everybody have some time together. Put the phones down. Spend some time together. Learn how to talk to each other, because the only thing they talk to is, you know, TikTok. You know, let's get together and have some family time. Let's have some friends together. Let's do something together, and let's put the phones in the car and go do it. You know, I mean, that's what we got to start doing, is bonding with our children and talking to them as friends, not as a parent, because that's just not going to work. It's just not. You can think it is. You can yell all you want. That's just pushing them away and making them more rebellious. You know, what we have to do is get on the same level as our children and just beg them to listen. Show them pictures of their best friends that passed away. Get online, because it's happening every day. Somebody dies. A child dies every day. So taking those pictures and those examples and showing them what they need to do to change. Please, son, please, honey, change for me. Do this, and this is why. I love you, and I don't want to be like this parent. What I fight for every day, I fight to help somebody, no matter what, one person every day. If we can just get everybody to get back to that, what Jesus says, help thy neighbor. if we can just start helping a little bit, it'll start changing and it'll start catching on like Andon's Blessings. We have 90,000 people a month get on our page right now, andonsblessings.com. And we actually do nothing but give away there. We don't sell anything. All we do is porch pickups and give things away. We have 7,000 comments a month and about 90,000 people a month to get on there, visit the page and donate things. We had a lady donate a car. We had a lady, all kinds of furniture and clothes. It's an amazing group. I'd love to see everybody to get on there at andonsblessings.com and just be part of it. Be a voice, not a statistic. You know, we're here to try to help the communities. Just because I'm moving to Greensburg to get this put together, which is in southern Indiana, I'm going to be busing Madison County people in, not just the kids. We got a bus that's 84 people. We'll have pickups there, and we'll have one area that everybody comes and gets on the bus, and we'll be singing Kumbaya for an hour to our gym. And we'll be having fun as a group. Put your phones down. We're all going to be doing this together,
Yes.
but we're not going to do it with the phones. It'll all be recorded. We'll have a channel going on where you can surf it and watch it. It's going to be an amazing thing that me and Hector's doing. I've got the BYB fighting stuff that's going on that we're sponsored with, and that's going to be awesome as well. So we're going to have something very, very special for some communities coming very, very quickly.
You're spreading love, not hate.
Yes.
That's right. We're showing them how to love. Some of them don't know how to love anymore. So we have to get back to, we're going to get back to it. You know, we're going to have them doing push-ups. We're going to have them, you know, understanding what a push-up even is. Some of them sit on a couch all day. They don't even get off the couch. So.
And Juanita, I call Kevin everyday hero. You know, he's not what you say per se a famous celebrity, but you go to Anderson, this man is loved all over town. He gives away blankets. He gives away food. He gives it. Hey, it's a joy partnering up with a guy like Kevin. He's an everyday hero.
Both of you.
If I could mention one thing. If I could mention one thing, I lost my son Kevin to fentanyl, which is the biggest killer in the world, like we talked about. And we have a group there. It's called Kevin's Comfort Corner. And that is an amazing little group we started. And what we do is I have a bunch of beautiful women that actually they crochet blankets. And we give blankets away. So if you lost somebody to fentanyl, you would get a purple blanket and we donate it for free. I buy the yarn. These ladies, Sherry and everybody just makes them, and for free. They don't charge me anything. So we've got 15 of them that are in stock right now. We're giving away. So if anybody's had a loss out there recently, reach out to me because we can put your name on one of these blankets. We donate these blankets for free. It's just to have something, you know, for them to know that we care about them. We're sorry for their loss. It's orange for gun violence, purple. We do suicide and domestic violence abuse as well. So all of these things that we fight for, which is stoppingfentanyl.com, stoppinggunviolence.com, stoppingdomesticabuse.com, and stoppingsuicides.com. If you lose somebody to one of those, we are trying to do the best we can to make you a blanket. And it's just an important thing for me to go out there and let you know what my son Kevin is doing as well as Andon. So I love them both very dearly, and I'll show everybody the rest of my life what it's about to support your children, no matter what the deal is, and no matter how long it is, the rest of my life, I'll be pushing for awareness.
In my book, both of you guys are heroes, doing amazing work out there. You know, there's been such a disconnect between families and the communities, and there's all these violent things transpire in the world. You know, the drug use is going up, the gun violence is there. People are murdering each other, and they forget their morals and their values. Some don't even have the privilege of learning proper discipline and morals and values in the home life. And I really feel that, you know, putting together Gloves Up and Guns Down and the other projects that you both are running, it's creating a vehicle to facilitate what we need our society to prosper. And I commend both of you because you are actively out there. You're taking practical action and you are bringing these people together. And I can just see both of you doing amazing things and changing lives and saving lives out there. Absolutely saving people. That's commendable.
Yes, ma'am.
And when I feel like I owe it to my father, who died from gun violence, like Kevin would feel the same way he owed to his sons. So we turned the negative to a positive.
Yes.
And that's what we're pushing for. Like, you know?
That's right.
That's it. We'll take those negatives and make them
You
positive.
get punched in the face. Get punched in the face, shake it off, keep fighting. That's what we're doing. We got hit in life. We got hit hard with the deaths, and we keep fighting forward now, you know? So that's just what it
Never
is.
give up. Yeah, never give up. You take that punch and it makes you stronger, and then you go forward. I know I've been punched in the face many times in the dojo. You just shake
And
it
what
off.
keeps me going is my partner's drive, Kevin, because he lost his mother, his grandmother, his 2 sons, his basic family, basically.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know. You're looking at Kevin. He cracks a smile, always happy. He always say, smile, people, no matter what you're going through in life, smile. And just that energy he brings, it's just like, you know, wow, you know, I got to fight myself. I got to fight harder.
Yeah.
So it's great when you have partners, people like that who care, you know?
It is. It is.
I
The
love you,
energy
Hector.
that you guys share
Oh,
is
man.
very, very high level. High level energy between the two of you and powerful. And you said something earlier, Hector, you know, you said we should sit and we should listen more to our children. And tying that with what we discussed about how home life has changed since we were kids. That's a wonderful approach because we need to listen to their needs. We need to listen to their thoughts, their train of thought, their mindsets, because we don't know what they are dealing with out there. We're busy doing our own thing, you know, and looking after them and building our businesses and our lives and being us, but we forget. We don't know what they're going through. So listen, like Hector said, and like Kevin alluded to, listen more to them.
It's a lot different today. Go ahead,
My
Hector.
daughter told me she was in the bathroom not so long ago, and 2 girls went in the bathroom and they kissed each other.
Yeah.
In front of her in school. So she told me normally a parent, old school parent, hey, stay away from those kids. I want you doing this, I want you to do that. We will break on the kids and anything before. But she trying to express it to me what's going on. So me as a parent now, with the understanding, okay, I just break it down to her, show you what it is, what's going on, transgender, what's going on in the world, you know, just you know, showing them, teaching them, and being a parent.
That's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The world has changed. And, you know, it's like a map. You know, when you do fight choreography for a movie, you're in a scene, you have to know the terrain, right? Let's use that example. You need to know the terrain so that you can navigate when you are busy doing that choreography, that you don't slip and fall, or, you know, you don't bend an ankle and break it and don't get hurt. And I think life with kids these days, it's the same. We need to know the terrain that they are going to be fighting, the fight of life, and we need to help them navigate that and give them that coaching and that mentoring and that positive mindset that both of you have, you know, just lifting them up and helping them to realize that they can face whatever they need to face because they have that support. And I want to ask this question to both of you, my brothers. How important do you believe is it for a child to feel that they are supported, that they have parents that have their backs and that will listen and give them advice? How important is that?
It's probably the biggest thing that there is about parenting is being able to communicate with your children. You know, if you don't have that communication level, you can't get in there and talk to them as a friend. You've got to be able to have that. And if you don't have it now, you can earn it. You can start today and start earning it. Changing from yelling to talking is very, very easy to do. You know, so if you can just stop yelling and just start speaking, just start talking quietly about your best friend. Imagine your best friend passing today. Just imagine that. And that'll change your whole life. Imagine your son leaving in 15 minutes. What are you going to say? Think about that. Because if you can't speak to your children in that fashion, then you're not speaking to them, you're speaking at them. You've got to be able to talk to them. You got to be able to show you love them. You got to be on their level. Just like today's day and age on bullying, which is huge. Imagine back in our day, bullying was not, you know, you bullied a little bit and you seen it. And I fought a lot over bullying because my mom getting killed in first grade. You just don't go up I used to go out and a big guy beat up that little guy. I beat up the big guy. Not saying it was right because it absolutely wasn't. I just hated bullying that much because I lost my mother to a bullying stepfather. So it was on my shoulder. Today's day and age, on bullying and talking and the TikToks and all the stuff. It is so much harder. Peer pressure, unbelievable. Peer pressure is 100 times worse than what it was when we was younger. We didn't get on the phones, and then 3 seconds later, 7,500 people hate you because of this popular girl saying he's this, he's that. Next thing you know, you've got 50 people that want to beat you up over one little TikTok. It's not like it used to be on that. Today's day and age, it's huge. It's huge. So, we have to talk to our that kind of thing bother them. Just be with them on the same level and be on the same playground as them so we can be able to talk to them, because suicides is huge. StoppingSuicides.com, I own it. I love it. I mean, it's something that we're really driving on right now. KCC, and it also includes suicides, because it's so big right now. People are getting bullied, getting beat up and picked on, and that's another reason for our gym. These people that are getting bullied and picked on, we're going to get them in the gym,
Yes.
And that's where we got to start really talking to our children, because one little mistake, and we don't know. It's so hard to find somebody before they kill themselves. When they start talking about suicides, the person that's really going to do it, like I thought about doing it for years when I was a kid because I missed my mom so much. The people that are talking about it are not apt to be doing it. They're looking for attention because they're thinking of it. But your son that just committed suicide was smiling at you, and I talked to so many of them because they call me.
Yeah.
That boy just got through talking to you, how happy and how much he loved you, and then 30 minutes later went and hung himself.
Oh.
We can't predict suicides. It's the hardest thing in the world to do. You can't do a true suicide. You're not going to be able to find him. So being on the same level and talking to him and showing you love him is so important these days. It's very, very large, very big, very big, very big. It makes me that. But yeah, it's big.
Absolutely. Hector, how important do you feel it is that we instill this idea and this knowing in our kids that we are there for them, we are fighting alongside them, and they can come and talk to us about anything. We'll be there, we'll support them.
I guess one thing, not be so judgmental, when it comes to the kids, hear them out. Because we all go through that in life. We're trying to find ourselves when they're young. We're trying to find ourselves, find who we are, our personality in school, find out, who we are. We go up in those kind of age, peer pressure. There's a lot of things involved, nowadays. And it's tough. Just listen, support them, and always have their back. No, right or wrong, I have your back. But even the wrong side, I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, I'm with you. Like I tell my daughter every time, even if you do wrong in school, I got your back. Nobody going to protect you like I am. But when you're wrong, it's my job to tell you you're wrong. But we have to listen. We have to support them. And my daughter want to do tennis. Okay, let's go do tennis. She want to do swimming. Let's do swimming. Support her as much as you can until they find themselves and find what's right from wrong.
Yeah.
You need to guide the kids, Let them try everything. They're not going to learn if they don't try it. I was a hard-headed kid. Hector, do not do that. Hector, don't go outside. Don't go to that area. Kids are trouble. I just go to that area. I just get picked on. You come out yourself, let's fight. But not listening. I learned in life. And sometimes we don't get until we get older. Like then get, you know what? My mother was right. My father was right. That's part of life. That's part of experience. Part of learning. You don't get to later in life. If we can let our kids know from now, they get it from now and understand from now. Then hey, we saving a lot of headaches. But it's a tough battle. It's a tough fight that we have to, try to be 100% as a parent every day. Every day is a new chance in life to be better. Then you come with that mind state with the kids, the relationship with the kids, and support them, hope to be better every day, then you can't go wrong if you try. Because most of the blame they're going out, you gotta blame the parents.
Yeah.
For then the kids be outside at this time. For it had nothing to do with the kids. When kids get in trouble when they have nothing to do, when they bored at home, that's when they get in trouble. My mother's always keep me active in sports. I go to sports. I go to play baseball, basketball, football. I come home here at 7 o'clock. I'm tired. I want to take a shower, go to sleep. I got school tomorrow. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to be on the phone no more. I'm tired for sports. Sports gives you that. That's how, we came with intensity fighting, getting kids off the streets, put them in the gym. We could be like what you call, teaching the kids how to be a G. Not a gangster, but a gentleman. The moral, the manners.
That's right.
We had that home so we could speak to them. We don't want them in the streets, come to our facility, go to bathroom, go home. No, we want a relationship with the kids.
Yeah.
We want to nurture them. We want a relationship with the parents.
Wow. I agree.
Being hands-on and getting dirty.
Yeah, like you said, being hands-on and getting dirty with them. That's the best approach, and that's the approach that you are both taking. And that gym, you know what I
Yeah.
was seeing in my mind when you guys talked about picking the kids up, taking them to the gym, showing some of them what a push-up is like. I'm sure, like Kevin said, there's some of them that don't even know, how these things work. Is when we work with them hands-on, we get to know them, we build that relationship with them, and they get to deal with whatever anger, whatever pain they have been carrying around, and they start to see who they are and who they want to be. And that's a beautiful thing that you are facilitating, because they can find themselves, like you said, Hector. It's the greatest gift you can give someone is your time, and helping them to find out who they are and what they're meant to do in this world. Because I think that's a question and a worry for a lot of the kids out there. What are your thoughts?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like Kevin said. Kevin tells me every time, we the new gang members. They'll come to us. We a family. We a gang now. You know? And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Join the gym, not a gang. I mean, you over here, we can start giving them some new values, and they can be around the right. Trying to keep them off the street corner is very, very important. I mean, you can't even play in your backyard anymore without possibly getting shot by a drive-by. It's just retarded. It's crazy. So
Yeah.
we're definitely wanting to make some change, leap forward, and this is just a shoe print of what we're doing, because we're already working towards New York. We're going to open one in New York. That's Hector's playground. That's where he's brought up. That's where his father fought. So we're going to be over in the Bronx. We're going to be over in that area. By next year, after this one's up and running and doing well, believe me, New York's next. We're coming.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely, New York. And Hector is such a wonderful, friend and athlete and person overall. Just wonderful, amazing guy. And here he comes back. He quickly left us, but he's back. And when I come to New York, hopefully your new gym will be open there, and we will definitely. I'll come and join a session with you guys there in New York. That would be so great. He's back, Hector. You're
Awesome.
back.
That'd be great. Yes. Hector is going to be back now. He's going to be big now. He's always been big. He's always been loved. That's just the heart that he's got. But wait till intensity fighting starts branching out and going to your community. It's going to be awesome.
That's the truth. That's the truth. When Hector and I always connect, we always saying it's always macho time. It's always macho
That's
time.
right.
I can just see him pouring that energy that he has. You're muted, Hector. Just unmute because we want to hear you. It's always
it's just something. It was a dream that my father passed on to me, because we came from rough upbringings. My father didn't have no education, didn't go to school. Boxing is a poor man's sport. But I watched my father put in that hard work and believed in his dream and had a dream and accomplished it. So I know it's real. Like, I passed on to the youth. Hey, anything is possible. My father came from drug-infested, gun-infested neighborhood. He made it to the White House as a special guest to meet President Reagan. That's like the American dream. Anything is possible. You put hard work into it. So along with that dream my father gave me, I passed it on to others that I know for sure that it's possible. That I've done it. I became boxing champion. So it is possible. That's the kind of message I spread to others, I spread to others, man. It's just possible. You gotta want it. You gotta have a dream. Nowadays, kids don't dream no more. They just think money fast, going to the streets. Like I tell you, there's nothing in the streets but cars. Cars are for the streets. The streets ain't for people, just for the cars. Like, you'll be careful, either death or in jail. There's nothing that's left in the streets.
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well,
it's macho time.
It's always macho time. I'm always happy to see Hector. We always have so many laughs together. And Kevin, it was so wonderful to meet you as well. Now, tell us two more things. How do we get the kids in the areas that you're going to work in? How do we get them involved with your project so that the audience can know how to contact both of you and to lock them in there?
intensityfighting.com.
Good. And when are you starting?
It goes straight to it will be open. We're planning on open a solid March 30th, I think it's March 31st. It's sometime in March. It might jump to the 15th, but we're kind of questioning a couple things on, because Hector has some contracts that we have to finish up there where he's at. And then he's actually moving his whole family to run this gym in Indiana. Now, what kind of dedication do you have when you actually move 17 hours away on a man that you met 2 years ago and running a gym for us, because it's our gym? But can you imagine, what their family's thinking right now? I mean, that's not just a little step. That is a monster leap of faith. That's Jesus right there. Amen. He's prayed about this more times. I know he has. He's asked for the right direction like he well should have, because, it's an honor for me for him to trust in me. Yeah. He knows my drive. He knows what I want. I wanted one in Madison County, which we will have. We will have our place in Madison County. But we need a large building. We need something where you can have a complete room for your gaming, a complete room for GEDs, a complete room for study areas. It has to be multiple rooms. And then we can have the MMA room and the boxing room. We have to have a big, big building, and we just can't seem to locate one. The building we're in now is one that I owned, and it made it to where it was a no-brainer. When you have 16,000 square feet sitting there, let's utilize it. Let's get our first one going. And from there, Madison County will see what we do, because we're bringing in so many huge profiles that's going to be in Greensburg, Indiana. We have all kinds of professional boxers, world-class boxers that's going to be doing seminars at our place. Wow. I mean, some of the biggest boxers in the world will be coming to our place to train kids. People don't quite understand what we're bringing to the table yet, but come March they will, because it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be amazing what Hector's doing. I'm so happy to be part of what he's got and what we're doing as a family. It's going to change more lives than anybody's ever seen, because there's no gym that's ever done MMA, bare knuckle, and boxing all in one gym. We also have 15 tanning beds. We're going to utilize 6 of those. A complete weight room system will be in there, and then also a luncheon area where it's got a full kitchen where we eat quality foods. So I mean, it's just the fact of having everything there. Come in. And actually, there's a hairstylist too that'll be there. We have one room for her. So we're going to cut hair there as well. So it's going to be a little bit of everything, and it's going to be amazing.
Hector, I'm speechless. And that
my wife think I'm crazy. My wife think I'm crazy. She gives the punches. Too many punches. Get up and leave it.
Too many punches.
You made me just get up and leave, and we're going to move just like that. I said, yes, because it's beyond me. It's God. It's a cause. Yeah. This is our job. Yeah. This is our job. We don't do now. I've been praying for this, for a place to train fighters, to just hit the youth, be hands-on with them. Let's say you don't want to do boxing. You just want to go in there after school program, do your homework, do tutoring. We offer that too as well. Yeah. Like a big brother program. Talk to you about life. So, I mean, I'm all for it. My wife think I'm nuts, but, it's a cause. It's something I'm going to follow. It's a dream I have, and like God says, our job is do for others. Love your brothers.
Right. That's right.
So if I have a chance to help others, I can't take this experience and knowledge, all this wealth of boxing knowledge I have. I can't take it with me. I want to pass it down. That's my dream. That's how I keep the legacy moving. My father passed me the legacy, so now it's me running with it and passing it on to others. So that's where we at with this. I'm doing it from the heart, and I found somebody, a partner whose heart is just as big as mine or bigger. So that just made my decision, 100% done, like done deal. If I have an event in Atlantic City, hey Kev, I got a event going on next week. I'm there, like no hesitation. He's there. You know what I'm saying? And that means a lot. So if he give me 100%, I'll give him 100%. That just where it's at. We have 2 other partners too. Josh, we have Joe Mack that's helping out for BYB Stream Fighting. So it takes a village. That's what we're doing.
It does. Joe Mack's a huge step in our gym. He's a monster. Yeah, he's a legend in backyard brawling, and it's bare knuckle fighting, which is getting to be a huge thing. We have 20 states where they're legal now. So we're training, we're doing the things we want to. So much going on in that. They're one of the biggest organizations that there is. And for them to step up and give us the only trigon in the world to be able to go in and practice in, all the champions all around the world will be coming to this gym just to practice in our cage. Wow. So it's an amazing thing that we've gotten started, and it's continuously growing. We just started, just a few months ago. I can't believe it. Within just 2 or 3 months, we've made the strides that we have and the doors that have opened. And Jesus done that. And I want to thank Jesus for opening these doors and giving us the abilities to talk to kids, to talk to people, and have them understand and listen and try to make some changes in their lives, because it's happening.
Amen to that. Amen to that. I am super blessed and proud to know you both, and I'm going to be praying for you. I'm going to be cheering you on, and I know you are going to make the biggest success out of this, because that is what you have been sent to this beautiful earth to do, is to change all those lives. So guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Keep me updated. I'm sure Hector and I will still have contact. We're always chatting.
Yes.
So guys, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Any final words from you as we end this session?
Well, I just wanted to actually, it's Hector's birthday today.
Oh yeah, it is.
So
it is.
If we could all say happy birthday to Hector. We love you, Hector. Happy birthday to you, my brother. I'll always remember the day you done this to my daughter. Come and sung happy birthday. Didn't even hardly know me, but a few months, you know. And Hector and his wife and everybody is over the. I mean, it's just amazing what this man will do to help support people. So happy birthday, Hector. We all love you.
Appreciate you, Kevin. Thank you. Love you too. And I think it's so important to get around the right people in life. That's how you get ahead in life. And I'm thankful at my age, at my 45 years old today, that I have good people around me, like Kevin Oliver, people like yourself, Juanita. Who you surround yourself with? You surround yourself with positivity, positive results will come in. And that's what I'm trying to do as I get older in life. Surround myself with the people that matter. Because life is short. We can never get time back. Money we get back. Time, you can't get that back. So I'm more conscious of my time, who I spend time with. And that's part of parenting too, you know, teaching my kids, you know, being around the right people. But I'm thankful, and thank God for another year, a birthday. I'll keep pushing, keep fighting, do better things, do good things, and keep life going.
Love it.
Appreciate you on the platform.
I'm sure Kevin and I would love to sing happy birthday to you, Hector. I mean, we cannot end this session without singing to you. That would just be wrong. So I'm going to count us down, Kevin.
I would have
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday
to
Happy
you.
birthday to
birthday.
you. Happy birthday,
Happy
dear Hector.
birthday,
Happy birthday
Happy
to you.
Thank you. God bless you, Juanita. Thank you, Kevin, my partner. Thank you for your blessings. 2024 intensity fighting is macho time.
Right.
Thank you.
That's right. Macho time.
Thank you, guys. Bye.